What up, everybody?
What up?
It's the DigiKast.
It is.
And we are here to talk about some stuff.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, look. This is the covered barn I was telling you about. I was like, it's like Bridges of Madison County over here.
But you don't drive through it, so it's not.
You
walk
take
through
your
it.
horses through it.
What horse?
The
there's
horses.
the statue.
Yes.
Well, who owns the... I don't see... Where are they?
The stables?
But where is that at, though?
Somewhere else.
Alright, anyway.
I don't know. But I think it's on the other where the water tower is. One of the 8 water towers up here. I don't know. But anyway, this is the DigiKast with your host, DJ Awesome Rob, and my awesome host,
Sherry's Joy.
And we talk about a bunch of stuff while we're out here driving.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we be door dashing and Ubering and
podcasting
at the same time. So here's another episode of the impromptu DigiKast. DigiKast. Yeah. So Friday. You know, it's like this is today's Saturday, April 29th.
Yeah.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Grandma in heaven.
Yeah, April 29th. So yesterday, the 28th, Friday.
It was
usually.
raining.
Well, let me set the stage.
Okay.
It was a Friday. Our usual routine is to go out and DoorDash for a little bit. It was karaoke, but rather than spend money, we're gonna make some money.
Yep.
So, given the option to karaoke, we were like, nah. So we've been dashing instead.
We weren't feeling it.
Yesterday,
feeling it.
It was dark, it was rainy, it was cold. We weren't feeling it. Yeah.
So let me give my backstory. I went to a work meeting lunch. It was set for 1 o'clock, but because I live so far away, I had to leave the house at like 11:40 because it was raining. I ended up leaving the house at 12:20 to get there at 1 o'clock. But surprisingly, the traffic wasn't bad. Probably because it was late. I did. But I think because it was pouring down rain, the traffic wasn't heavy, like it normally is that time of day. And it was Friday, so people don't really go to work on Fridays, right? So I left at 12:20 and I got there at 1:05, so I did pretty good. But it was a lunch meeting, and it was in the pouring down rain, and then the meeting was done. I had 2 glasses of wine and everything, and I was fine. I mean, no big deal. But we were there for like 3.5 hours maybe, and then it took me like another hour to get home, and I just wasn't feeling like being there. Even though I wasn't gonna dash, I just didn't feel like I wanted to go to like dinner. Like I wanted to have dinner with my husband. I hadn't seen him really all week. I mean, I see him, but we haven't like hung out. We haven't done anything all week. It was raining, and I was upset because of my lunch. Like it was my fault. I ordered something that I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not. I didn't like it, but I ordered it. It was free, whatever. And so
you knew better.
I knew better. Because in a previous okay, so here's what I ordered. I had fried scallops, and I don't like fried food. And it's so funny because as soon as I walked in the door at home, I was like complaining about myself about I ordered this and it's like all fried, everything. And then Rob's editing a video, and I heard me say I don't like deep fried nothing. I was like, then why did you order this, dummy? I don't know. I was in the moment. It was trying something new.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, fine.
It wasn't new. You knew what it was.
No, I didn't know it was going to be all that breading.
You knew it was
I like scallops. I definitely like scallops, but I didn't know it was going to be like all bread and then like some scallop. It was
the ratio was definitely a little bit more breading than
it was way more breading, and it wasn't seasoned either.
It was seasoned.
It was not.
It wasn't.
It was seasoned with grease. So I was upset with myself because I thought it would be like, I don't know, lightly fried. It didn't say deep fried. It said fried scallops. I'm thinking like a coating. I don't know, whatever. So hey, That's not what this video's about.
Okay, what's it about?
I don't know. That's my story.
Okay, so then after that, you came home and you wanted dinner. You wanted dinner.
To make up for my fried lunch.
So instead of dashing,
I didn't really eat.
Right, we came home, or you came home, and you were like, let's go out to dinner. I was like, okay, we'll go out to dinner.
Because you didn't really want to dash either.
I didn't really want to dash, but I was looking because the numbers were saying, hey, we should probably dash because it's very busy out here. Yeah. But I was tired from the week, and it was I worked late at work on a Friday.
And I put out fires all week at work.
And I had been editing for the rest of the afternoon. So, hooray! So subscribe now to see more videos. But you'll see that this video is like a good 20 days after the last real-time video.
Dang,
so, it takes forever to edit. And I don't have time to edit because we out dashing.
And we work full-time.
Right, and we work full-time. So, yes, your subscriptions help. Please help us get to 1,000 subscribers so we can get some YouTube money. But yeah, help us on our goal to 100. We're almost there. How come everybody watching the video not subscribing? What's up with that? But yeah, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
So the whole point of this video is to tell everybody about our experience with Maryland's favorite restaurant. Started in Ocean City in what 70s, 90s, something. I don't know. The Green Turtle.
Now.
Question.
In another video, we talk about all of the bad experiences we've had at Green Turtle.
Yeah.
And the last bad experience we had was a few years ago. So, we dash in, Uber eating out here. Rob goes to the Green Turtle in Bel Air. How'd it look in there?
It looked fine. It was a big restaurant. They had pool tables. They had a bar section. It was cool. It was like everybody was eating dinner. It was like diversified and the diversity in the people and the age groups. It was all there. It was like, okay, this is cool.
Looks can be deceiving.
Yeah.
And the person was like, come on back. Yeah, you should come here.
She's like, it's going to be lit after well, she didn't say that. She said it was going to be, I was like, I don't know about the Green Turtle. She's like, come back at night. It's going to be great. Because there was nobody at the bar. I had maybe that was the flag. I came in and there's the host table. Nobody there. I was like, okay. They have a bunch of people seated waiting to get food, but nobody at the host table waiting to seat people. It was a middle of the week.
Yeah.
Not late. It was 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But that was odd.
Yeah.
So I go to the bar, where there are people at, and that was the other thing. The people were being served. I was like, you see me standing over here by the door. I might be a customer. I might need something. Hello.
When you went dashing?
No, when I was with you.
Oh, we're at last night? I thought you were still talking about when you were dashing.
Yeah, when we were dashing. I was with you when I dashed.
Oh, yeah. But you made it seem like it was the best experience ever.
It seemed like it was.
But you just said nobody was waiting on you.
I'm saying the flags were there. I thought it was going to be a good experience, but I was not paying attention as closely as I should have been. But thinking back on it now.
Right, so you're kind of less foreshadow for yourself.
So I had to go to the bar to get the order. They had the order ready. It was fine. And they were like, yeah, you got to come back in the afternoon, the evening, and it's going to be great. Over here in the bar, it's cool. It's good times.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, well, they got pool tables, so it's good. It could be fun. All right, cool. So put that in the back of my mind, next time we got to go out to dinner, let's try the Green Turtle. Mm-hmm. Forgetting that every time we've gone to the Green Turtle, it's been terrible. But we've never gone to the same Green Turtle twice.
No, we haven't, actually.
Because it was the White Marsh one where they just straight ignored us. They were like, we got a meeting going on. Why are you trying to get food at this restaurant that's just open in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
It's well, don't have a meeting in the middle of the day if you want to sell some food.
So anyways, we get there last night, and the greeter is like, yeah, you go to the bar. So we go to the bar, we sit there for a minute, just a few minutes. Bartender comes over, gives us the menus, asks us what do we want to drink, or did he? I'm not even sure how that even happened.
He did.
he did. Okay, so I ordered a Prosecco. He was like, we don't have any. I was like, okay.
Right, how are you gonna have, but okay.
Well, so I was like, okay. So I ordered, what did I order? A Bud Light. And because, it's fine. I'll just have a cheap beer. Bud Light. You ordered a Lagunitas. Cool. And
It was like a bad Lagunitas too. I don't know why.
The whole experience was bad.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
So.
Alright, you keep talking. I'm gonna
okay.
go get this order.
Alright, I'll keep talking. And so, so it took a minute to get our drinks. We get our drinks. He asked us if we wanted food. I had told him, no, he asked Rob. He was like, can I get a name? Well, he asked us both. Can I get a name for the tab? Rob spoke up and he was like, Robert. And he was like, oh, nice to meet you, Robert. I think he said Dan. So that was cool. That was very, very cool. And he asked us if we wanted any food. And I said, well, can we just start as the appetizers and some spinach dip? That's like our thing. We like spinach dip. So he was like, sure. And so that was fine. And then, my beer is like just about gone. Rob is, he's kind of nursing his. He's got to drive. And there was like 4 bartenders behind the thing. I don't know what was going on. One looked like he was like friggin' 19 or just turning 21. And then there was this chick and she wasn't really like talking. They weren't talking to anyone. And I was like, this is, they don't want to talk. And Rob was like, well, maybe we need to talk. You want to talk them up? And I was like, I don't know.
We be talking everybody up.
We do.
We trying to.
We build rapport with people. That's what we do. You're at the bar. Bar is a social thing. So I'm like, okay, so we're like, I'm almost done with my drink. And then, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes later, the chick comes over and she's like, can I get you guys anything? And we were like, well, we ordered spinach dip, but I think he got it. And she's like, he probably does. It's like, cool. And then I asked for a Blue Moon. She brings me a Blue Moon. And because the Bud Light wasn't happening for me, it wasn't good. And so I get my Blue Moon and I'm drinking that. And then we had a small conversation with her about, can you substitute stuff? Yeah, you could substitute everything.
Oh yeah,
apparently not.
Wow.
You tried to substitute. Well, you can substitute stuff, but they won't cook your tuna the way you want it cooked.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well,
so
different.
I guess that's different.
They're
so we were talking to her
place.
about the mugs, the mug club thing. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And then she asked us if we wanted some food. I was like, I don't know yet. We're not ready yet. Or no, I think we did order our food then. We did.
Yeah.
We did. We ordered our food, and it took about 20 minutes for our food to come out. But in between ordering the food and the food coming out, there was nothing. No interaction. Nothing.
No
My beer was gone. Rob's beer was gone. No one asked us anything. And they just kept talking amongst themselves. They walked past us like 5 times. So I was like, okay, so then our food comes out.
Well, it felt like somebody was new, but it didn't feel...
No, it didn't.
Like they were acting like somebody was new, but it didn't feel like they were like they knew what they were doing, but they weren't trying to talk to us.
Right.
Like at all.
So our food comes out, and I ordered. They have a Beyond. You can substitute any burger with a Beyond. So I just got a classic American burger with the Beyond patty. It was overcooked, and that's coming from me. It was overcooked. It was
likes everything burnt.
Yeah, it was gummy. It was like rubbery. The bread wasn't warm. It wasn't good. I had like 3 bites. And I had maybe like 2 of my fries. So, and then she still, do you need a refill on anything? Nothing. Rob's food came out, and the other bartender, Dan, he was like, that looks really good, the tuna. That looks good. Damn, that looks good. And he was like, that was it.
Yeah.
Everybody disappeared for another like 40 minutes. I didn't want any more of my food. I wanted like another drink, but I didn't want beer. So Rob had to flag her down, and
like I'm sitting there, like, and she walks by probably like
20
4 or 5 times at least.
No one there's no one else at this friggin' bar. Some dudes did come over. And they were like, I don't know, she's like, I'm not going to give this to you until you apologize for what you did.
I think they were being problematic.
They were, yeah.
They brought it over to the bar.
Right, and then they left. They never got a drink. I don't know what happened with that. None of my business.
I think she refused to serve them.
Oh, okay, so, but she acted like she was playing. She was totally serious?
Dead serious.
Oh, okay. Because it sounded like it was a playful, I'm not going to give this until you apologize.
Yeah, I think she was serious in what she was saying, but she was trying not to be too forceful with them.
Oh.
But I think they were really causing a problem. She was upset.
Now, see, had we been chatty, I would have been like, what happened? Right? Yeah. And they would have took to told her. So anyway, so back and forth and back and forth and back and forth we go. She's flying past us, walking back. Other bartender, nothing's happening, no interaction, which I was surprised. And so finally, Rob flags her over, and she was like, you want another whatever? And I was like, well, to Rob, and I was like, well, I kind of want a skinny margarita. Now, when I go anywhere else and I order a skinny margarita, that's all I have to say, right? I don't like sweet drinks. Skinny margaritas are not really aren't sweet, and they're like perfect. So she's like, now when you say skinny margarita, do you mean non-alcoholic or less alcohol? I was like, what?
Yeah, at that point we realized.
I was like, what the fuck is this question? I was so confused. I was like, huh? I was like, I mean skinny margarita as in I don't like sweet drinks, so I don't really want it sweet. She was like, I don't know if I can do that. That's the whole fucking name of your drink. So I was like, okay. I was like, okay. So then she starts asking me, I'm not the bartender. I told you I don't like it sweet. Do you want me to put agave in it? I'm like, isn't that what makes it sweet? And then so she confused me. She didn't know what she was. I don't know. So she was like, well, I can make it, but I don't, and if you don't like it, then I can take it off the tab. I was like, okay, fine. So she made someone else's drink, and then she made my drink. I get it, and it was nothing but lime.
The following instructions.
I go way past.
Leave at my door. Please leave at
112?
door. Thank you.
Alright, we're coming back to the video in a second. Hold on. Future editing person.
You.
That's me. Okay, resume video. That was $8.75 and that was a $5 tip included.
Cool.
Alright, so
oh,
McDonald's, yeah.
Oh, hell no.
$4?
No.
No, thank you. Do better. Alright, so this is half what's his face video, half recap of a half review video. Alright, back to the review.
Okay, so back to my market. So she makes somebody's drink, then she makes mine, she brings it to me, and she's like, she didn't even give me a chance to. She was ready for the reveal, so I take a sip, right?
Oh yeah, well hold on, she gave it to you, and then she's like, let me know if you don't like it. Walked away. This was the quickest time she had come back.
No, hell no to that. Yeah, this is the quickest time she'd ever came back.
And it was too fast for you.
And it was right. I hadn't even gotten the straw open. So I take a sip and it's nothing but lime. And I'm like, it's okay, yeah. I mean, I didn't taste sweet, so it was fine, but it was lime all day. And
yeah, she was on the press for a while, squeezing out lime juice.
It was just lime all day. She said she made it with real lime instead of the sour mix. It's like, okay, fine. So I didn't know there was sour mix in a margarita, but I didn't know. Whatever. So I was like, I don't taste any alcohol in it. So I gave it to you to taste. You're like, yeah, I don't taste it. So I took like a couple more sips, and it was kind of there. It was like a hint of alcohol.
Oh, you know what it was?
What?
Because remember she was shaking the drink, and the guy at the bar, the rowdy guy, was commenting on
he said, I like that hand gesture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then she probably stopped, and then it wasn't mixed well.
Maybe. So yeah, and then I suck up, like I'm sucking up like
bits of lime.
No, it wasn't like, it was lemon, like bits of like lemon parts. I was like, ugh, sucking it through the straw. Blah. So I was like, oh my god. So I drank that, and I needed to be redeemed. I needed to be ridiculous. That was bad. So I was going to order a glass of Chardonnay because I didn't want any more beer. I don't want no more mixed drinks. So I was like, I'll just get a glass of Chardonnay. So nothing. Never came back. Never came back. Dan, he was over there. You know, he was over there at the register. He kept looking. Never asked us if we needed anything else. Didn't ask us anything. Nobody asked us nothing. 20 minutes, 30 minutes came by.
Well, I did get my second beer.
You got that when I got my margarita.
Yeah, I was able to get a Modelo's.
Yeah, well, you asked for Sol, and he was like, he started to give you some salt. And you were like, no, not salt, Sol. He was like, what is it? Sol. What? Sol. And then I was like, SOL, the beer. Never heard of it. What the okay. Fine.
Yeah. I mean,
it wasn't a Mexican place, but I mean, they have Sol at Applebee's.
Yeah.
So
they do.
So I'm like, okay. So we're sitting there, and so much time, I don't know, it probably wasn't, but it felt like an hour. I'm at this point, Rob and I aren't really talking. We're not talking to one another. We're not socializing. I'm not buzzed. I'm not feeling anything. I'm sitting there literally leaning on the bar, like bored as shit. Like hand on my head, bored, just waiting for someone to say, can I get you anything else? And no one ever came. No one ever came. And it was like, no one was at the bar. Sure, people were at the areas playing pool, but you still gotta come back to the bar to make the people's drinks. You still see us sitting here at the bar. You know we're customers. You know we're here. We have a tab. You don't want to make money off us? Cool. You don't want to serve us or something? I don't know. So we're done. We're just going to the ShopRite. So, it was a hot mess. I was mad at that point. I was so pissed off. And she came over, and I didn't even get her attention. I just said, can we have the check, and can I have a box? And so she's like, sure, you know, and she brings us the box. She brings us the check, and my face was lit red. I was fucking mad. Who charges $7.99 for a Bud Light? I have never been anywhere for a Bud Light to be $7.99. And here's the worst part. The Blue Moon was $8.99. So my Blue Moon was $1 more than some Bud ass Light. And that drink she made me was $11.99. The food cost more than our drink. It was a $92 bill. And I had a Blue Moon.
Wait, what do you mean? Because the food's supposed to cost more than a drink, isn't it?
Right, yeah, I didn't mean that. It was a $92 bill. I had a Blue Moon, which was $8.99, a Bud Light, which was $7.99, and a crappy ass skinny margarita, a lime. I had a lime drink that was $11.99. I didn't even see how much your stuff was.
Not as much as yours.
It wasn't. Your beers? You had two beers.
I had 2 beers.
They were about the same price. You act like I had more drinks than you. I just had that one shitty ass margarita. We had the same amount, except for I had the margarita, which I can understand you being confused, because normally I'm knocking them back when we go out and we pay $100 because I'm knocking them back. I wasn't knocking them back last night.
Right.
And we paid $7.99 for a fucking Bud Light. I was so upset. And so it was a $92 bill, and we tip, as you know, we tip, and we always, that's our thing, you gotta tip. But I thought about the service we were getting, how long we were there, the quality of the food, the type of service we were receiving, and how attentive nobody was. I was like, just give 15% off a $92 tab. That's pretty fucked up. Like, that's pretty bad. I mean, because what we would normally do for a $92 tab, we would at least give a $30 or $25 or $30 tip.
Yeah.
But they got what, $12?
13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
So, and also my thinking was like, I didn't want to spend a whole ton of money, because when we go out, we spend $100. And I was like, so
we didn't want to do that.
I was like, the Applebee's is our spot, but it's $100.
But I was,
flat.
And so I was
we
excited.
Get more value for it.
I was excited about, oh, okay, cool. I only had 2 beers and I had this one shitty drink. Nice. Apparently not. Because I'm used to going somewhere and the Bud Light is like $3.50 and the Blue Moon is like maybe $5.99. Not the prices we paid. It was never again are we going to, no, they're blacklisted.
Yeah, I think it's probably because it's the one in Bel Air. So
Green Turtle's Green Turtle. I don't care.
yeah, but